show up here tonight.
This crowd is going ballistic.
Using that dog collar now, just choking Huckabee. Ashton Starr, your new #1 contender.
The Lynch Mob are your first ever SHW Tag Team Champions.
You're kidding me.
Welcome to the SHW RumbleJack pre-show.
Unbelievable.
This is insane.
And now, the voices of Southern Honor Wrestling, Brandon Benefield and Gerard Bonner.
I guess we're live. It looks like we're live here, folks.
I think we are.
Check 1, 2. Hey, everybody. It's B-Double, Brandon Benefield alongside GB, Gerard Bonner. We are your SHW commentary team, and we're back, finally.
We are back.
We're in the dark,
Well,
but mind you, but don't worry. I think we're going to get some lights on here at some point.
Listen, it's a crazy environment. First of all, welcome to everybody on Facebook, and just this is crazy. People are coming in now. The doors have just opened for what's going to be an absolutely incredible night. Our first night back from the pandemic, and oh my God, it's going to be an absolute situation here tonight as SHW returns for the SHW RumbleJack. Someone's going to be the #1 contender tonight for the SHW Championship.
I can't wait. The doors just opened, by the way, right at 7 o'clock, right as
and
we
the
went live.
people are coming in.
And the people are flooding in here. There's been, if they're like us, they've been at home chomping at the bit for the last nearly 6 months.
Absolutely.
That we've been away, and we're just glad fans are back. Fans know that we're back.
Yes.
And they're here. And it's we're doing something weird tonight where fans are grabbing their chairs on the way in.
Yeah.
And sitting, kind of go through that a little bit. What's the deal there?
So, it's a unique night. As we know, different things are starting to open back up. And as we're looking to figure out how to accommodate everybody during the pandemic, what we've decided is, the first 2 rows are set up already as chairs, but then anyone else who comes in will be able to grab a chair and place it wherever they want. We know people feel varying ways about social distancing. Some are like all in. Others, who just want to be connected to people. And so whatever works for you, that's what we're doing here tonight. And so it's going to be fun, and it's going to be innovative, and it's going to be incredible. And people have chairs, and they're sitting wherever they feel comfortable. And I'm totally cool with it. It's going to be a great, great night. The energy in here already is crazy.
So we've been here, we got here a little early. So
Yes.
we've been here, and just the anticipation's been building.
Yes.
There were people outside in the parking lot that have been tailgating since, I want to say, around 3 or 4 this afternoon.
It's crazy.
Tickets actually didn't go on sale outside until 5 o'clock.
Right.
But people were here early tailgating, and, it's tradition here at SHW. It seems
It
like
is.
people love to get out here and tailgate.
Yeah.
Our buddies from Tapped Out are here, and they like to host the tailgates outside. And,
Yeah.
Man, it's a lot of fun. Like you said, the buzz in here. Like, you can just feel it. You can feel it, and man, I'm excited.
I'm excited, too, and it's for a great reason. Again, SHW is back. Independent Georgia Wrestling is back. And what a night. And there's a lot at stake tonight, too. This isn't just a random card. There's a lot on the line tonight, and we're going to get into that in this pre-show.
And not only is the big Rumble match itself taking place, which will end out the show here tonight, but we've got 3 other huge matches.
We do.
And so because we've been off for 6 months, you got to think a lot of those storylines that were coming into March, coming into April, we were off for almost 6 months. And so now there's a couple storylines we are going to pick up with, and that's the championship match between Corey Hollis and Ashton Starr.
Yes.
That's the tag team championships being defended, surprisingly, for the first time.
For the first time.
The Lynch brothers have had the belts since what was it, February?
Yeah, that's right.
And this will be the first title defense. So
Yeah.
the longest reigning SHW tag team champions here.
I promise that was in my head. It's hilarious.
And so not only that, but then oh, great. Hang on.
Wait.
We are live, folks.
Oh,
so
boy.
we don't really – you never know what to expect here. If you can see from the wide shot, we have some company here at the
– We have company.
hello, Mr. Chase.
Hello.
What are you doing? Do you know what kind of day I've had today?
I see. It looks like you just got here.
First, the traffic is horrendous here.
It is.
Like, I just got off my plane, and I was stuck in traffic for an hour.
Oh, geez.
Then the airline ripped my bag. Like, how do they treat us here?
They must have heard you're from the Honor Society.
You've got jokes, Benefield. You've got jokes, huh?
It's been 6 months. I missed you. I'm sorry.
It's nice that you can sit here and laugh, but when we're face to face, me and you, we're going to tangle.
All right. I don't want any trouble.
For the past month, all I've done is hear that you've put over everybody in Southern Honor Wrestling except the Honor Society.
I don't know about that.
Just like you and Gary Lamb and Dylan forget us. We weren't even mentioned. I mean, look, Jordan Kingsley.
How long did it take?
Where's
been my praise? Video packages. I've done many shots, many takes. Trust me, they could use it.
This is the most photogenic face there is in Southern Honor Wrestling.
Look at me and tell me otherwise.
That's a good point. It's true.
Let me tell you something, and let me tell all of you heathens something. Tonight, the Honor Society, I'm not in a mood. Tonight, we're here to make an impact, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's go. I got to get ready. I've got a couple of surprises up my sleeve tonight.
You had to make me sick.
We've got to find
come on,
Kevin.
man.
I think he's still lost.
All right. Well, I guess thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
I know it's a little dark in here because of the lighting. And again, we've been on for 6 months, so forgive us with the lighting situation. But we were unexpectedly interrupted there by that was Logan Chase and Jordan Kingsley of the Honor Society.
Yeah, if people have been following the podcast, a couple of weeks ago, Logan Chase actually posted a video and pretty much kind of threatened us because we had not had him or any members of the Honor Society on the podcast, and he said he was going to meet us here. We, I guess, forgot about that.
Well, I didn't necessarily forget, but I just wasn't.
I didn't think he was like.
I didn't think he was going to interrupt us just uninvited
off
there.
The plane,
but
so
there it is.
Okay.
So obviously they said they were going to look for Kevin Ryan, so I guess Kevin Ryan will be here as well.
Well, I'll do my best to keep you safe from any entanglements with Logan.
Did you see that? He was trying to get right in my face.
I mean, he really did.
And I probably shouldn't have made a joke, but I kind of miss the guy. So it's been 6 months. We hadn't seen him, and can't help but kind of jab him a little bit. But
okay,
there you go. Logan Chase, ladies and gentlemen, from the Honor Society. And what was that about? They have some surprises in store for us.
I have no idea. I mean, I know the RumbleJack is one of those spaces where surprises abound, but I have no idea what surprises he could have. I mean, they've got the Honor Society. We know there are 3 people, or at least last time we checked.
Yeah.
So I don't know what these surprises are. I have no idea.
Hey, there's some lights. Come on, lights.
There we go.
Again, folks, like we said, this is the first time back in the Action Building here in nearly 6 months.
Yeah.
So, we got our crew here for the pre-show didn't get the memo. There's some
there
light
we
there.
go. You can see us now.
Now would have been the time for Logan to interrupt us.
Well,
but you know what?
He's going to be mad at that.
He's going to be mad.
Kept the lights off.
He's going to be mad later when he goes back to watch this on Facebook. He's going to be mad because he's going to say, of course, when I came out, you had the lights off.
Of course. And as soon as he leaves, the lights come on.
Well, there you go. Now you can see our pretty faces. There we are. Hey, everybody. But like we said before we were so rudely interrupted by the Honor Society there, we've got 3 big matches in addition to the big RumbleJack match. We were talking about the championship match, Corey Hollis, Ashton Starr.
Yes.
The tag championship match with the Lynch Brothers and Lethal Poison.
Yes.
And then, of course, we got a singles match. It's going to be Chip Day taking on AC Mack, the loudest mouth in the South, where the stipulation is the winner of that match gets to enter the RumbleJack last. The loser has to enter first.
This is going to be a big deal because, again, AC Mack, a former SHW champion, who ironically this time last year during the RumbleJack, he was the SHW champion. So he didn't have to get in the RumbleJack.
Oh, trust me, I remember. He joined us on commentary.
He was on commentary last year.
Yeah.
And so now he's in a space where he's been fighting to get his shot again at the title. He can either punch his own ticket here. He can be first or he can be last. It's all up to him, and, Chip Day, I'm sure, will have something to say about it. And, I mean, outside of his appearance at the RumbleJack last year, this is like Chip Day's first official match in SHW. Is that right?
That's exactly right. He only appeared in SHW once, just like you said. Last year he was a surprise entrant at the RumbleJack last year, a full year ago. So, and to everybody's surprise, he's got a lot of history in the Georgia area, in the Southeast, and a lot of history with some of the guys on the roster for SHW. So I think a lot of them were stunned to see him last year. We were definitely stunned to see him. Yeah. The crowd was stunned to see him. Yeah. Our buddy Corey from Wrestling Snapshots, we interviewed him on the podcast not too long ago, and he lost his mind. That's one of his favorites from AWE. So he was like, what is he doing here?
It's going to be crazy. Again, he's here tonight, and we know he's going to be here. And it's wild. Again, his first time in SHW. And for those who are unfamiliar, Chip Day has been all over the place in Georgia. All sorts of wrestling organizations and fought all sorts of guys. Lots of experience. So this is going to be a tough match tonight for AC Mack. If he can defend. Can you imagine if AC Mack loses tonight?
We're not going to hear the end of it.
We're never going to hear the end of it because he's going to have to be number one if he loses. So
exactly,
crazy.
And and he holds grudges, man. So we're going to hear about it.
Yeah,
and we're live. And hey, look, it's our one of our camera guys, Nathan here. Say hey Nathan. Oh, over there.
That guy over there we go. He helps make all this wonderful stuff happen. Shout out to Nathan.
That's right. One of the things we pride ourselves here at SHW is the fabulous production value that we provide here.
It's
every time we have a show. So Nathan's one of the main guys behind that. So
absolutely.
But man, I tell you, like you said, AC Mack's going to be upset. But hey, before we get to talking about this next matchup, let's take a look at some of these. As you've seen on Facebook over the last few weeks, over the last month or two, we've seen some little interviews with some of the competitors for the RumbleJack here tonight.
Absolutely.
And so we're going to take a look at a couple of those here throughout the pre-show. So
let's do it.
Here we go. Check some of these out.
Southern Honor Wrestling, RumbleJack 2020. And I'm coming to do exactly the same thing that I did last year. And that's eliminate every single man from this Rumble. I didn't win last year due to Corey Hollis, but now he has something that I want, and I hope that he is still the champion when I win, because I'm coming to get my title back.
You might not know who I am right now, but on August 28th, on the RumbleJack, I guarantee you, once I win, you know exactly who Fearless Musa is.
What's up, losers? It's the real mean girl, Danny Jordan. But obviously you already knew that. I'm coming in wardrobe change, right? New book, right? But not so new faces. For this RumbleJack, I'm pretty sure that I've beaten... How many are in there? What, 30? Probably beaten like 25 of them, I don't know. Some of them I might not know. Let's see. Loser, beat you. Loser, beat you. Loser, beat you. Loser, beat you. Logan Creed, remember that? From the last time? This time I'm not going to let any big monster men take me out. I'm not going to let any legends try to take me out. I'm going to be the only girl, besides AC Mack. And I'm going to win this RumbleJack. Because I'm the real mean girl, and I'm a pusher. I push people right over the top.
Tick, tock. Tick, tock. Check your calendars. August 28th, the captain's coming through, and he's putting the beats and lumps on each and every single one of you people who step into that ring. I'm throwing your ass over the top rope, and I'm becoming the #1 contender for the SHW title. If you don't like that, come get this work, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna bust your ass.
Whew. Well, there you go. Hearing from some of the SHW roster that are going to be involved in the big RumbleJack match tonight. Owen Knight right there at the end. That's a lot of people's dark horse for this match. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. But a lot of people have been saying, like, when is he going to get that chance? When is he going to get that title shot? He deserves it. He's got a great record here in SHW over the last 2 years. So
he does.
It could be him.
And
the roster is so stacked, it's just hard to pick who it could be. It could be any number of people.
It could be, and there are a lot of people who really are deserving of those breakout moments, and tonight could be that night here at the Action Building. I want to shout out some of the folks who are joining us live on the pre-show on our Facebook page. Shout out to Bobby Thornton and Shelby Rouse and Ethan Case. My guy Courtney Beard. What's up, brother?
Courtney.
Robert Van Hoos. We've got some cool people checking us out. And so thank you so much for joining us on the pre-show. One of the matches we've got coming up tonight is the tag team title match.
Woo! Like we said earlier at the beginning of the show, the first time since February.
How crazy is that?
The first title defense of the new tag team champions.
Yeah.
Matt and Joey Lynch, the Mob, man. I'm telling you. But they're going to be going up against some of their rivals.
Yes.
The Lethal Poison. We're talking about, as far as we know, it's going to be Michael Judas and Brady Pierce.
Yeah.
And that's a main event match anywhere you go right there.
It is a main event match, and you couple it with a lot of the things that have happened during the pandemic, which includes Brady Pierce appearing on AEW Dark a number of times. And so now he gets a chance to come back to the Action Building and become a tag team champion perhaps. But how will his time on the super stage of AEW impact perhaps his desire, because he went as a singles competitor. He didn't go as a tag team competitor. So I don't know what that will mean. Meanwhile, we know, of course, the tag team champions, they've had their own busy time having babies and just living life. So it's going to be a great, great match to see what these two teams are going to do when they get in the ring.
They're definitely going to have their work cut out for them. And if you'll remember, and I know it was a long time ago, but on our very last show, it ended in a 6-man tag team matchup.
It did.
Where it was Lethal Poison taking on the combination of Matt and Joey Lynch and Ashton Starr.
That's right.
Now, the match ended in the ring with Ashton and Corey Hollis.
Right.
However, the Lynch brothers and Lethal Poison ended up fighting all the way to the back, and the cameras never caught up with them, so I don't even know how that ended.
Yeah.
But it was just a melee of sorts in the backstage area.
That's
so I guess they'll pick up right where they left off, and we'll see what happens. But, man, I don't anticipate Matt and Joey losing the titles in their very first defense, but I don't know.
Well, here's the other thing. It has taken, many have argued that Lethal Poison has been the most dominant team in SHW. They have absolutely towered over so many people, and they've been very intimidating, of course, with their work with Corey Hollis, and now a chance to validate that by getting some gold around their waist. So I don't think that it's going to be an easy cakewalk for the Lynch brothers, but I do think for sure it's going to be a very competitive match.
And Brady Pierce has been wearing those giant gold boots in AEW. Maybe he's going to try to get some gold to match his gold boots.
He could. I mean, I'm intrigued to see what version of Brady Pierce we see tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. By the way, Elizabeth Monroe says, let's go Lethal Poison. So
awesome.
There's one for Lethal Poison, which is kind of surprising.
It is
because the Lynch Mob are one of the most over teams here in SHW.
They are.
I think Elizabeth might be a little outnumbered there
she could be on the winning side of things. We don't know.
You never know. But beyond that, then we've got the big championship match. Now, this has been, again, another 6 months in the making here, where Ashton Starr will finally get a rematch for the title that he only held on to for a brief, 20, 30 minutes maybe?
You could argue when you start talking about the most significant moments in SHW history, the night that Ashton Starr won the SHW championship and then lost the SHW championship, easily one of the most emotional moments that I can remember in SHW history. He gets a chance to right that wrong tonight in a one-on-one match, his rematch for the championship. And I don't know, we've always wondered what would happen in a fair fight. Corey Hollis has always had the rest of Lethal Poison behind him. Ashton Starr, I think, is ready. He's been training. Yep. He looks in great shape. I think tonight's his night to go ahead and make history after the pandemic and regain the SHW championship.
And like we said, we said it earlier tonight, we may have said it on a previous episode of the podcast, but will Lethal Poison, the rest of Lethal Poison, come out and interfere in that match? We don't know, because they're going to be involved in the tag team match earlier in the night.
That's right.
So it depends on what kind of shape they're in after that match.
Right.
Who knows? They could get involved, and if they do, I mean, I hope they don't, because we've seen it over and over and over, and it's just like Ashton said. Yeah. What did he call him? Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams?
He did. He had a Destiny's Child reference.
Right.
Which Michelle's one of my friends.
Which, by the way,
shout out to you, Michelle.
You saw it on the Countdown show, and, of course, you saw it on Facebook earlier in the week. There was the promo video for for that match, which used the Survivor song, which
it did
very well done using
very well done
using Ashton's reference there to put the promo together. But oh man, it's going to be a good match. And like you said a few months ago, it was like we were at the highest of highs. 20 minutes later, lowest of lows. You could just feel the building just was deflated.
Gosh.
And
it impacted us.
It was something else. We were drained.
Yeah, we were.
But anyways, we'll see how that goes. But that brings us to the huge 30-man, well, I can't say 30-man, 30-person.
That's right.
RumbleJack match, because the real mean girl, you saw her just a few minutes ago. We just showed the video clip.
She's in.
Made me laugh, though. She goes, "Sup, losers," which made me chuckle. But I got to be supportive of Danny because she has a tendency to want to punch me in the face whenever she sees me. So if she's seeing this and if she's hearing this, then go Danny. I hope you win tonight. And actually what would be interesting would be if she were to win the RumbleJack and Ashton Starr were to win the title tonight.
Can you imagine
that? Would set up a rematch because they had a match, this was many months ago.
Wow.
A singles match between the two of them. And they've always kind of feuded on social media anyway.
Sure.
So that would be an interesting title match in the future, would be the Prince of Petty versus the Real Mean Girl.
You know, the possibilities are endless, which is what makes all of these matches so important. You know, who's going to walk out of here as the champion tonight, and then who will be their number one contender. That's what the RumbleJack is all about. And again, you know, you think about it, before the pandemic, we were going to have the SCI, which was going to give someone the opportunity, a 2-night tournament to give somebody the opportunity to be champion or to be number one contender and cash in. Now, instead of 16 competitors, we have 30. And instead of going through 2 nights, you only have to go through 1 night and 1 match to get your opportunity. And so you've got to wonder, you know, fresh off this pandemic, people are absolutely fresh and ready to go. What a way to punch your ticket to finally be recognized in SHW by winning this match tonight. We can't overstress the importance of this match tonight.
You know, and that's a great point you bring up. Over the many months that we've been, many months, I guess, I don't know how many months it's been since we started doing the podcast,
right?
Where we were interviewing members of the roster every week. And, of course, we need to get the Honor Society on at some point because we heard from Logan Chase earlier.
I don't want him to find us in our homes.
Right, exactly. So apparently he's got it out for us. But anyways, we talked to a lot of the guys and girls about the fact that they've had all this time off, the fact that they've been able to heal up. And you mentioned how fresh they're going to be. So that's what I'm curious to see. Are we going to see a lot of ring rust because they haven't been in the ring?
Right.
Or are we going to see like the top-notch, full speed of every individual because they're all healed up and they're all at 100%? And we've never really seen everybody at 100% at the same time.
Right. It's going to be incredible to see. And again, so much is on the line with this, and anybody could win.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. Like, you would think there would be a favorite or two going in, but we've talked about favorites before, but then this is the spot where dark horses show up.
Yep.
This is the spot where surprises show up. Like, it's just, I mean, last year's RumbleJack, anybody showed up. You know, Chip Day showed up. Robert Gibson from the Rock and Roll Express showed up.
And talking about anybody can win, Danny Jordan actually eliminated the WWE Hall of Famer.
Right. Can you, so I have no clue what's going to happen tonight. And here's what we know, the difference between last year and this year. SHW has really shown itself to be the number one independent wrestling promotion in Georgia, in the Southeast, and arguably in the world. And so who on earth would want to find their way here to SHW to make an impression and a statement tonight? It could happen. Anybody could show up tonight.
Oh, man. Anybody. It's so crazy. You talk about all these dark horses. Like, there's a lot of debuts happening tonight. We've seen Fearless Musa, who we've seen on AEW recently. He's going to be monster. You heard from him a little earlier. You've got Ben Buchanan.
The son of Bull Buchanan.
By the way, the son of Bull Buchanan. And what a monster that kid looks like. I mean, I've seen him at Pro South. I've seen him at Southern Fried down the street.
Yes.
And he's impressive.
Wow.
He's got all the makings of a big time player here.
Oh my God.
So this being his first night here.
Yeah.
Talk about what a shock.
What a shocker.
Yeah.
It could happen, and I think that's the thing that we have to take a look at is that indeed it could happen here tonight. You mentioned Danny Jordan. It could be David Ali's breakout moment.
Yeah.
You know, before this whole thing, he was the savior, and then during this, he was trying to decide, what am I doing? Am I going to continue? Am I not? What a way to punch your ticket to the top of SHW by winning the RumbleJack tonight. David Ali could be the man.
That's a good point. We don't know what David Ali we're going to get tonight. You know, we had a talking head of him that we saw earlier on Facebook. We're about to play that for you here in just a second.
Yeah.
Another one you're going to hear from is Joe Black, who I think a lot of people are banking on Joe Black.
Yeah.
Or they're betting on Black, I guess you could say.
Bet on Black,
so
absolutely.
We shall see. But speaking of which, let's take a look at some more of these interviews with some of the roster members talking about the big Rumble match here tonight. Take a look.
Last time on Southern Honor, David Ali, Danny Jordan, and Owen Knight, the new era, stood victorious in our ring. Ending Southern Honor, how Southern Honor began, with all of us with our hands in the air, and then Corona happened. And then wrestling stopped. And then all of Georgia wrestling stopped. But now it's been resurrected. Now it's back. Now it's time for the RumbleJack. And if anybody deserves to win the RumbleJack this year, it's got to be one of the members of the new era. We've held the gold the most, and we're going to do it yet again in 2021.
Last year in the RumbleJack, Tyler Rivera failed to make a name for himself. Fortunately, that name is gone. Rivera is dead. Long live Colpret.
Every time somebody gets in front of this camera, they talk about first impressions. What is your first impression of me? 6'4", 260, 18 years old? Maybe I'm the kind of guy you don't want to piss off. Maybe I'm the kind of guy when you see him walking down the street, you want to turn the other way. Maybe I'm the kind of guy you don't want to be in a ring with. And if you assume any of those three impressions, then you're correct. You see, pro wrestling has been my life forever. I was born into this. This ain't a business for me. This is a sport. This is my meal ticket to the top. And right now, Southern Honor is giving me the opportunity for that 30-man battle royal. So for 29 of the men, 29, it's going to be a bad night for you because Ben Buchanan is bringing that home.
2020 was supposed to be my year. I announced myself first for our SCI, and then the world stopped, but I didn't. So all I will say is that in 2020, this RumbleJack, I will begin to paint my Sistine Chapel upon that canvas. Savvy?
Whew. All right. It's GB getting down over here. Now, one thing that I should mention to the people at home that aren't here live is that when you have a rock star like Rich Ward running the music in the sound booth,
these are the things that happen.
They're playing "Living on a Prayer," and he's muting it at certain points during the chorus so the whole crowd can sing along. And we got quite a crowd in here looking around.
We have quite the crowd here, and so I'm excited. You know, the last video we just saw was of Joe Black, who I call the promo king. Many are thinking he could be the guy, but Dave Cook in the chat thinks that his arch rival, William Huckabee, could have this thing locked in tonight, and he could.
Wow.
Huckabee could do it.
We got one for Huck.
And if you remember, of course, Huckabee last year literally stole Joe Black's opportunity. So
not only that, but he took Joe Black's ring gear.
He did.
That was the show where he clocked Joe Black twice in the head, unprotected with those chair shots.
He did.
And
it started the war.
That was intense. And, of course, we saw that ended up winning Feud of the Year in the state of Georgia.
Sure did.
And all that good
likely
stuff.
up for Match of the Year once we get to the end of 2020.
That's right. So, also, you saw in that video package Tyler Colpret.
Yes.
Which, by the way, it's not Colpret.
It's Colpret.
Colpret.
Yes.
I've been corrected on that. It's Colpret. I got to say it right. I don't want any confrontation. I don't want to get a swat of the umbrella.
You've been in enough trouble. Let's keep you out of trouble.
My mouth is getting cashing more checks than or however the saying is.
Yeah.
Writing more checks than my mouth can cash. No, wait.
We'll keep it that way.
Whatever it is.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, man, but there's just no telling who it's going to be here tonight. But you still have 30 minutes before bell time, and tickets are still on sale at the door. 261 Marietta Road here in Canton, Georgia, at the Action Building for the second annual SHW RumbleJack. Southern Honor Wrestling is back and better than ever, and we are so excited.
We are pumped. LL Cool J said, don't call it a comeback. We've been here now for 2 years, and I promise you, tonight's going to be a night that the world is going to be talking about. If you can get here to the Action Building in the next 30 minutes, I suggest that you do it. You will want to witness history as it happens.
We understand if you can't make it, we aren't going to give you a hard time. We get it.
We get it.
But what you can do is in the next couple of days after the show's said and done, it will show up on IWTV. That's independentwrestling.tv.
That's right.
Which you can sign up for. I believe it's $10 a month.
It's $10 a month. You can use the code SHW. The first 5 days will be free. You can check out the entire catalog of Southern Honor Wrestling, including last year's RumbleJack, and in a couple days, you'll be able to check out tonight's show as well.
Oh, it's going to be fun. We are just 30 minutes away, and like I said, if you're not here, get here. We cannot wait. Fans, that's going to do it from here at the Action Building here in Canton. I'm B-Double. This is GB. The RumbleJack is about to start, and we're back, man.
We're back.
We are back, and we cannot wait. We'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks for joining us here on the pre-show. Hey, this has been SHW.
This is our wrestling.